Good evening.
It's Saturday night, live from the Mayor's Lair. Welcome to Frontline Black News with your host, General Paris.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to episode, what is this?
32.
Episode 32 of the Frontline Black News. Yeah. 32 weeks.
All right, 32.
Trey Deuce. And I am your host, Che and Kruma. I'm joined by my other host, Lady Che. And we are discussing several things tonight. First off, here's a disclaimer. We are specifically for foundational Black Americans, American descendants of slavery. And we will be discussing several things tonight. We are joined with our guest, Shabaka Sankori, who'll be joining us here shortly. Our anchor man, the one and only, Ramel Understanding.
Yes, sir.
The angel from the east, bringing the hope without the dope. And
Exactly. The priest and the lady, please, aka the devil's uncle, ready knuckle up, shoot him up, bang, 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 do my thing on the block, the streetwalk slayer, the pipe layer, young player from the list, Mr. Bad Guy, it is I, so when we fly, the Black Imperial Army has arrived.
dun, dun, dun. All right, so here we go. We'll be discussing Tangibles 2021. You know, that's
I want my tangibles.
Tangibles or no vote. Cut the check. Jacob Blake, shooter not being charged. Kyle Rittenhouse, one of the victims is suing the police. One of his victims is suing the police. Of course, the vaccines, we're going to go in on them vaccines still. In this pandemic, scandemic, whatever they're calling this. They're cutting channels down for saying it. So we're just going to say the jabber. And FBA, always FBA, but NBA players who refuse vaccine can face prison and fines.
What?
Yeah.
They can face prison and fines for not taking the vaccine? That's crazy.
We got to talk about Kyrie Irving as well. And then yes on 302, no on 301. This is for our Denver family, our Denver viewers. We have election in November, and we need to go over this whole ballot so we can decipher the deceptive language that is in it and let you know what to vote for and what not to vote for. So in regards to our people. So you're welcome. And Netflix trans employees plan to walk out to protest Chappelle Special, The Closer.
I want to say bye, bitches, but I'm trying to be politically correct.
Tell them don't come back now.
Bye, Felicia.
Goodbye, Felicia.
That's me saying
Goodbye.
And then, of course, last and certainly not least, the Unhoused Neighbor Sweeps and the Unhoused Neighbor News. So let's have at it, Black family. Thank you to our viewers. Make sure you hit that Cash App on the bottom. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Frontline Black News YouTube page and Facebook page as well and channel.
And if you donate, I'll send you a book and a CD of my choice.
You get a book and a CD if you subscribe.
Yeah, you're in the city, I'll bring it to you. Or you go get it.
And we're also on Patreon as well.
For your donation. Thank you.
And we need to put that link up, but I don't have it this time. So donate to the Cash App. You see it strong on the bottom.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to the tangibles. So this is the year, the decade of tangibles, Black family. Ever since 2020, we've been pushing this narrative of tangibles, specifically for foundational Black Americans, American descendants of slavery, the people that built this country. This country's wealth, a majority of which wealth was generated off the backs of, we are demanding something specifically for us. So any of these politicians wants your votes, we are demanding something specifically for us. So if they're not coming with the Black agenda, they If they're not black first, black oriented, or geared, do not vote for them. Period. And they can look like you and still be on the white agenda. So,
So
We
there.
learned about that real hard, real big this year.
oh, we lost it.
Tell them how Biden failed them, General Paris.
Man, I got to get to the tangibles. I got to break down the tangibles real quick. So, the tangibles is the Democrats and the Republicans have been practicing this malign neglect policy for the last 50, 60 years, ever since the Nixon administration, and they are lumping foundational black Americans into broad, ambiguous terms such as people of color, minorities, marginalized, disenfranchised, underserved, downtrodden, underprivileged, underrepresented, and the list goes on and on. And we're no longer falling for it. So tangibles or no vote.
Exactly.
And this is going to be a marathon, not a sprint. We are demanding $100 trillion for past, present, and future atrocities the United States government, this corporation, continues to put us through. And we want our check like tomorrow, like yesterday.
Tell them how much money it is, General Paris.
$100 trillion.
Mm.
And you can start off with an installment of 20 trillion. That's the country's GDP every year, right? You got the money, you Democrats. So cut the check, Jim Crow Biden. And oh yeah, where are you Jim Crow Biden supporters at? We're still waiting on y'all.
Sleeping.
We're still
Sleeping
Sleeping
waiting
it
on
out. I didn't act it out.
y'all ain't defending Sleepy Joe no more.
He's been acting like a hoe the
Yep.
whole time. So I wouldn't either.
I think he has dementia, babe.
Fucking-
He starts to lose his faculties.
Yeah, like I said, like you said earlier, I've been saying it.
Joe
Acting like a
Biden.
real
Joe
hoe,
Biden got
real
dementia.
bitch.
He's old enough to have it.
Yeah, that's what she might say. See now.
Damn.
He's senile and he's sleepy.
Yeah.
And he's on his
But
way
hey,
out.
and if you've been watching the news though, that motherfucker's getting the most demonic ass face lately. If you take these pictures and smiling all weird,
He
like
is
put
a
the bobs
creep.
down.
He's a creep. Remember the Me Too was going after him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he would like rub on ladies' shoulders and all that crazy shit. Yeah, Joe Biden.
So you got
You look like
Penal.
a trick.
Oh, they're gonna cut the video down. You got Jim Crow Biden and his bed wench Kamami, and we still ain't got no tangibles. We still ain't got no tangibles. Where are the tangibles?
Yeah.
Where is something real concrete substantive for us? All these other groups get something specifically for them.
Bummer clapper.
Why are the buffer classes getting something and we're not getting anything? Well, that's the purpose of the buffer class. They're supposed to protect you or the dominant society from you by making you focus on other things that have nothing to do with black liberation, black freedom, black empowerment. So here on Frontline Black News, we are pushing the tangibles. So any politician that's seeking our vote for the third time, demand something for your vote. We're not telling you who to vote for, who to support. Just demand something for your vote, black family. Stop letting the Democrats and the Republicans take your votes for granted.
Yeah, they're playing on the same team.
Then that team is what? The white supremacy, the global system of racism and white supremacy. That is the team that they are playing on. There's no left or right. It's all white supremacy at the end of the day.
Damn. That's true.
So be wary, family, of these Johnny come latelys that are gonna come out the woodwork trying to talk our language, and we're not going for it. It's either you have the black agenda or we're not voting for you. Period. You got to be grassroots. You got to be in the soil with the people, pushing a
Underground.
agenda. That's what we're doing here in 2023. So make sure you vote for me in 2023. Tangibles.
Vote for Jesse Paris.
tangibles or else. Huh.
Yeah, I know tangibles feel like they feel good. Not symbolic tangibles, but actual physical tangibles. And what like when you get that cash app, we're gonna give you actual tangibles for that. You know, something
Tangible
tangible in your
things
hand.
for your contribution.
Yes, for your contribution to the world.
So, uh, I'm not
Get
gonna
a
say
little
it
for
for the fourth
Hey, can
time.
you talk about your book real quick for like 2 seconds?
Oh, Ramel, plug them with the book. Man up.
Yeah, Man Up 24/7 is an acronym, Mastering All Negativity Under Pressure. It's in a neighborhood near you. Cop at $10 a pop. Contribute to the Frontline Black News on frontlinecampaign.org. It's a $10 donation. You know, I mean, it's heavy. It's 100 pages. And if you spend 20, we'll give you some mixtapes too. So, you know,
Yeah.
and we do mixtapes. We do Blizzard the Freezer, R&B, Thug Love, Volume 1 through 15 right now. It's Saturday night.
Frontline Black News. Real.
Yeah, we use the change. You know, you making a donation, we get hitting you off with some tangibles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you should get for your vote.
Man
Not
up
not like
24/7.
You get what you want.
Coming to a hood near you. Make sure you get a copy. $10. Brother
We're
Ramel.
slaying these books like hotcakes.
Book. What's the book? What's the book
Yeah,
about?
what
The University of Life.
Huh?
What's the book about? Tell them what the book's
Tell
about.
them what the book's about.
It's about a metaphysical point of view. You know what I mean? Looking at things mentally, physically, spiritually, in all dimensions, you know, 360 of everything, the duality, everything positive, negative, and in betweens. You know, visions, dreams, and nightmares, trying to stay on the square and be aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
That's what it's
chapters
about.
like Concrete and Law and Order and Dreams, Visions, and Nightmares. Words to the Wise.
Yes.
The Master.
Yes, sir.
Water. The Turtle.
You know, it started, well, can I share my testimony real quick? You see, 6 years ago, I was charged for a crime, a second degree, attempted murder, which I think is a class 2 felony or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, I was facing attempted murder, and I didn't know what the hell to do. So I just started writing, and the end product was the book.
Fantastic.
And here we are 6 years later.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great book. I've read it.
Thank you. Okay, what's the next topic, Paris?
Yeah.
The next topic is Jacob Blake, shooter not being charged.
Hold on 1 second. He's gonna tell us what Jason.
Yeah, break that down for us, Paris. Jacob Blake.
Well, Jacob Blake was the brother that was shot in Wisconsin, Kenosha, Wisconsin, during the George Floyd.
Oh yeah, by the white boy, right?
Yeah. And the white boy is not being charged with his shooting.
What? Why?
Did he die?
Shot that man. They shot that man like 7, 8 times.
Why though?
Because he was black.
Oh, why is he not be charged? We know that part.
Is that the one that went home and then they caught him next day at his house and the tanks and all that shit was rolling right by him and they didn't do nothing?
Yeah. When he's right down the street with assault, right?
Yeah.
That's Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh.
Shabaka's here.
Yeah,
Shabaka just survived. Peace, Shabaka. I see Zigzag. We ain't endorsing Zigzag.
Yeah, well, man, I had a long day at work. Yes, sir. Is that General Ramel?
Yeah.
How you doing, General?
The one, the only.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm damn sure gonna smoke me one. And here, in
Topic test.
yeah, here in the Shabaka, though, you can see it's pretty clustered, But I just want to show this picture right here
What you got?
of this arrogant bastard right here, and rightfully so. You see what I'm saying?
Champ.
See that name right there?
Yes, Ali.
Now, yeah, and to all you Gypsy Queen supporters, this man would have kicked the shit out of Gypsy Queen within 8 rounds. And then looking at the YouTube video by Andre Ward, Mr. Ward had pointed out that Deontay did, in fact, knock that son of a bitch out.
Wow.
And the referee gave a slow count.
Oh, man.
So as far as I'm concerned, Deontay Wilder is still the heavyweight champion of the world. Because when he ducked that sack of shit in the first fight, they gave him a slow count again.
Yeah.
And then he ducked this bastard twice in the second fight. And they gave him a slow count again. It stinks.
It does.
Into the firing squad right now.
Yeah, so they let that pig off that killed Jacob or almost killed Jacob Blake. Remember the brother that they shot like 8 times? They pulled him out of his car.
Oh, the one that shot in his back?
Yeah.
Wow. That's bad.
And paralyzed.
Yeah, the brother's still paralyzed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The pig that killed him is getting off.
Oh, man. And by the way, definitely mention the fact that it is the 55th anniversary of the crew out of you-know-where who did what. So we most definitely will want to give a shout out there to those elders.
Yes, sir.
For the, sacrifices that they made. Now, why is it each time when a motherfucker twist him up a damn joint, he can't find a damn lighter? It's fucked up. Oh, man, this is so lousy.
No, got the hump in the joint. Is there a hump in the joint?
No, sir. Oh, this is some good shit. Okay. Yeah, and then you see they got us out here wearing these bullshit ass masks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, you need a damn mask. Oh, so you could breathe.
Department of Justice won't seek charges against the officer who shot Jacob Blake in Kenosha.
Kenosha, Wisconsin, that is, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, well. What's to be expected, I hate to say.
No, not really.
Federal prosecutor announced Friday, last Friday, that they won't charges against a white police officer who shot Jacob Blake in Wisconsin last year, a shooting that sparked protests that led to the deaths of 2 men.
Wow. So as far as, that's some fucked up ass shit. It really is.
Austin Shasaki.
I said what now?
Shekey.
Shaki.
Rustin Shaki shot Blake, who is black, during a domestic disturbance in Kenosha in August 2020. The shooting left Blacc paralyzed from the waist down and sparked several nights of protests, some of which turned violent. An Illinois man shot 3 people, killing 2 of them during one of the demonstrations. State prosecutors decided not to file charges against Sasaki earlier this year after video showed that Blacc, who was wanted on a federal warrant, was armed with. Oh, now they're saying he had a knife.
Had a knife, huh?
The U.S. Department of Justice launched its own investigation days after the shooting. The agency announced Friday that a team of prosecutors from the Civil Rights Division and the U.S. Attorney's Office in Milwaukee reviewed police reports, witness statements, dispatch logs, and videos of the incident and determined there wasn't enough evidence to prove Sasaki used excessive force and violated Blake's federal rights.
So
That's crazy.
just like 55 fucking years ago, at about let me see, about 65 miles from me, 55 years ago. This is why a 24-year-old and a 30-year-old have formed an organization exercising their Second Amendment rights to protect our people. We don't know who. We don't have to say their name.
So I guess
Them
Ben
black cats.
This case on our favorite civil rights attorney Ben Crump is taking this case on
with his ambulance chasing ass.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's going on with this whole ambush thing? Not to get off subject, but this ambush where they ambushed the cops.
Where was this?
That was today.
Today.
Oh, really? I ain't here.
Oh, we didn't know that.
Yeah, I get it.
Nothing about that. Today, where?
Yeah, you Google. It was a police ambush. I don't know where, but that's why I'm asking y'all.
No.
Was this in Texas by any chance? Because I think I vaguely, because I worked today, I think I vaguely saw some on this bullshit spam they put on this raggedy ass phone I got. It just said something about 2 deputies shot. And I'm just wondering if that was the same story.
I noticed when they do the ambush, they don't really give it too much coverage because they don't want no repeat or no copycat shootings. Yeah. You know, because that's what they fear. If motherfuckers started shooting at the police, it's over with. Especially if you be sniping them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I think it was in Texas.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Where was it, Ramon?
I don't know. It was new, bro. I seen it on TV today.
Okay.
It was Texas. It says gunman out of nowhere shoots 3 deputies outside Houston bar, killing 1 and wounding 2.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been noticing that anytime, well, they're gonna try to die that, you know, put that down a little bit. I noticed they don't really give coverage to shit like that because they don't want nobody repeating what they did. You know what I mean?
They were black officers too.
They were black officers.
Yeah.
How about the shooter?
It doesn't say.
There's no description of the shooter.
Let me read.
Because I remember some years back, it was a brother that was shooting at the police. Does anybody remember that?
You talking about Micah X?
This all happened. They were doing police-related activity. It was off-site, though. It was 2:15 this morning. It was in Houston. It was the 45 North Warren Lounge, and they heard that there was a robbery in progress, according to the constable for the Houston Precinct 4. And so the two deputies went out to the parking lot. They got this person on the ground, the person they believe that had committed this robbery, and they were trying to detain or arrest, and they say that someone else came out from behind a car, ambushed them, and shot one in the back, shot the other one, who is deceased. Another deputy heard what was going on, came out, and he was shot. I want you to listen to a little bit of the presser that happened earlier this morning from the constable of the Precinct 4, Mark Herman.
I do believe that good always trumps evil, and what happened tonight was evil, and now the good is going to sweep in, and I hope for swift justice. I know that the Houston Police Department is going to do a very professional investigation.
And the Attorney General of Texas has just released a tweet. We want to show that to you. Praying this morning for the families of the fallen Harris County deputy constable and the others two still in the hospital. This was an evil act that took this deputy's life. A manhunt is currently underway. I hope these perpetrators are apprehended fast. Now, we do understand that there is what they are calling a person of interest that is in custody, but they are still, as you say, this manhunt, they believe the person they're looking for is in the
Brother Che, yeah, you kind of overmodulating, man, on the story.
Police Department.
It's almost over.
The constable also said that the families immediately went to the hospital, and the fallen officer who deceased, his wife was there, his father was there, the sisters and the wife of the officer in surgery now are there. So this is more than the officers. These are families that have rushed to the hospital when their officer, their relative, has been shot.
So there you have it. That's what happened, Ramel.
Wow.
Back to this Jacob Blacc situation. That's messed up.
Tonight, a remarkable story of reinvention and a
Stupid videos looping. Okay. So back to Jacob Blacc. That's messed up, man. The officer getting off. They talking about he had a knife. Hello?
No. Yeah. I'm here.
What are y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah, my thought is on that, man. Okay, it sounds like this shit was set up because they said that they went and responded to a disturbance where cats were in it, and then the shooter came up there and shot him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit there, man, could have been like, what would they call that? The distraction or diversion.
Yeah, my thoughts are that justice is the norm. Injustice is the norm, and justice is something that will surprise me. If they do injustice, it doesn't surprise me. That's normal. Now, if they did some righteous shit, then that would surprise me. So, I mean, not putting it down or nothing, saying, man, these people, that's how they get down.
That's how they get down.
You know what I mean? You can't expect nothing more from, nothing less, nothing more. I mean, that's how they do. You know, they're not going to change. They can take people's jobs or whatever, fire them, put them in jail. Well, we're still going to keep doing this shit because of the training and
it's
just the whole.
It's the culture of the police. That's why they have to be abolished. They have to be abolished, not reformed, abolished.
Exactly.
So let's listen to our next topic, and that is the vaccines.
Man, you got people running from that shit now. You got motherfuckers, man, that got fired off their job. Let's see what else.
The mandate, ever since the mandate of 100 employees or more, and there's been people walking off. They said I seen some stuff on the white supremacist news not too long ago where they were talking about millions of people had already walked off their jobs back in August.
Okay. All right. So therefore, man, that there is affected economical factors. Okay, because if people's walking off their jobs, it'll slow down in production and services from a macroeconomic point of view. And any of you PhD people who know that shit, you're welcome to call us in Tuesday night, and the number is 516-418-5996. No, scratch that. A special episode tomorrow night on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Okay, we're in pre-production right now, getting ready to go into pre-production, and it should be on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and everybody there on the east side, New York, Florida, Chi-Town. Chi-Town is central, but everybody past Gary, Indiana, heading east, that there will be 9 p.m. your time. And once again, we are inviting callers who voted for Joe Biden, particularly those of you in the great state of California, where the fucking price of gas is over $5 now.
It's like $3.50 here.
Yeah, see, so therefore we're still waiting on you Biden supporters, and we need some tangible specifically for us as black people, American descendants of slavery, people of African descent. Don't care if it's the Caribbean, the continent itself, the diaspora. Hey, we got to unify and demand our tangibles.
Yep, and sue your colonizer. I didn't mean.
And sue your colonizer. That might be better yet. You know, Brother Che. Tomorrow night, man, sir, I believe we're going to present Shabaka saying Corey Speaks, Sue Your Colonizer.
Sounds good. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, since I'm banned. Yeah, okay, let me say this, Brother Che, then then please continue. Since I'm banned on Facebook, jailbook, hooked and booked or whatever, for about, I think, 21 more days, so please put it out there and check our Twitter handle at Shabaka, capital EXP on Twitter for more information on the show.
Yes, sir. Ramel,
and all are welcome to call in. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, what was the question?
What you got to say on the vaccines?
Oh, okay. Once again, a lot of people, are quitting their jobs, getting laid off voluntarily, suing and countersuing and things of this nature right here. This is going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah,
as this unfolds.
If you haven't taken it, don't take it.
Right. And then look at the controversy that is causing itself, the vaccine. If vaccinated, unvaccinated, vaxxed, unvaxxed. Shit. Unvaccinated lives matter too.
Unvaxxed NBA players fines in jail if quarantine breached. Canada. Oh wow, in Canada, they have that in Canada too.
All right, me personally on this right here, on this vaccine, it is my opinion that this scandemic, pandemic is a bunch of bullshit. It's because people, let's look at the macroeconomic shifts that you're seeing in the last couple of years. Can't buy shit paper, can't buy mouthwash. You see what I'm saying? Certain
Yeah.
groceries you can't buy. But it's very interesting that when they first came out with this bullshit, all the stores were scarce and food distribution warehouses and jobs and what have you were shutting down and whatnot because of this. But I'm looking at the economical shifts of this bullshit. The homeless population is going way up. And the people that's hanging on to what they got, and I ain't mad at them. They struggling to hold on that there too.
Yeah.
So therefore, we need our PhDs in education and economics, macroeconomics, microeconomics, of what we could do for us to survive and upgrade the quality of ourselves because these other groups are going to have to go hold their own nuts now. We black families are in a state of emergency. And this motherfucker is looking at us, front and center, dead in the eye, half inch apart. And he's ugly.
Right.
And it means business.
Yeah.
See, that's a state of emergency.
It sure is, Shabaka.
See, but however, we understand the Biden supporters. We understand that our people have been misled and bullshitted. You see what I mean? Violated, brutalized, dehumanized just for recreation, commercial profits, productions of goods and services. But when we address these issues, particularly with this vaccine situation, just like with Tuskegee, all of a sudden we're black racists and you guys don't know what you're talking about. You guys are conspiracy theorists and all this bullshit.
Yeah. So now they're saying the unvaccinated NBA players face steep fines for each game they miss, according to agreement.
Okay. Now, in my opinion, just off of labor relations studies and what have you, they could pull a big move in the NBA if every black player, or every player for that matter, that is against that bullshit stand up at one and they walk the fuck out.
Yeah. So Kyrie Irving,
Hey, I salute him.
he's gonna face upwards of $360,000 per home game. He's gonna lose per home game.
Well,
He played.
hopefully the brother had invested his money wisely to maintain a living for himself. He played 10 years in the league, with little research we've done on him so far.
So Mike Bass, the NBA's executive vice president of communications, announced last week that any player who elects not to comply with local vaccination mandates will not be paid for games he misses.
Well, it sounds like they got a good case right there for the United States Supreme Court on labor law.
Mm. Yep. So there you have it. They're pulling out all the stops for these goddamn vaccines. And it's never been about the virus for the black family. It's been about control.
Precisely. To have motherfuckers like robots.
Yeah. Cyborgs.
Just obey orders. Love getting fucked over. Economically, that is.
All right, so the next topic is yes on 302, no on 301. So Denver has an election coming up, and it's going to be November 2nd, and there's several things on the ballot. I'm going to do a whole show on the ballot next week. I believe we're going to do a show on the whole ballot. The ballot is 2 pages front and back. And in regards to Initiative 301 and 302, Frontline Black News is in support of 302 and against 301. And it goes down to the fact that this flyer says vote yes on 302. Protect local choices, local voices. So 302 protects the voices of Northeast Park Hill by more clearly defining a conservation easement in Denver law. Specifically, if passed 302 would ensure Northeast Park Hill and the surrounding community get to decide what happens to the defunct Park Hill Golf Course. Residents have said that they want affordable housing, a grocery store, and a park. Voting yes on 302 does not lift the conservation easement or allow for development. It simply ensures that the local voices are heard.
Well, that's why they got what they call the initiative process.
Right.
You know?
So why should you vote for 302? Your yes vote ensures our diverse community has the power to revitalize our neighborhood by determining the future of Park Hill Golf Course. We don't let Cherry Creek residents decide what 5 Points needs and vice versa. City voters shouldn't have voter veto power over any local communities or the ability to silence their voices because they know best what their communities or what their neighborhoods need. There are 2 measures. Yes, there's a different measure on the ballot this year that would give voters across the city veto power over the local surrounding community once. 302 is the only measure that ensures that local neighborhood has the power to determine the future of Park Hill Golf Course. What's more, if 302 doesn't pass, it sets a dangerous precedent for citywide voters to have the veto power over any neighborhood's issue. Prioritize people over property, protect local choices and local voices. So the community of Park Hill, you're familiar with it, Shabaka, because you've been to Denver a few times.
Yeah, because I'm familiar with the streets, Quebec, Monaco, Colfax, a few of them actually. Yeah, Colorado Boulevard. Okay, then I remember Quebec, Monaco. I remember the old Stapleton Airport.
Yeah, that's all a gentrified neighborhood now.
Oh, really? Okay, it's because I think they were the last time I was there, they had just put the finishing touches on the Denver International Airport.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest employer of the city. That's been done for now. But yeah, the airport they turned it into a bougie neighborhood called Central Park.
Is that right?
From Stapleton, because Stapleton was a slave, well, not a slave owner. He was a Klans member.
Really?
And, it was named after him. He was the mayor. He was either the mayor or the governor at one time. Yeah.
Colorado.
Yep. He was the mayor of Denver and the governor or something of the state. And he was a Klans member. So we had to fight to get the name changed. Now they call it Central Park.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, to the west of Central Park is Park Hill. And Park Hill's always been divided into North and South Park Hill. South Park Hill.
Yeah. And the thing I know about Park Hill, because I think I met Chauncey Billups back in the day in Park Hill. And I remember the year that the Denver Nuggets was playing the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
And on that golf course, which it might be, the one that you're talking about over there, if I recall, is where I met
J.R. Smith.
Yeah, who was playing for the Denver Nuggets at the time, when they were playing the Lakers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I remember kicking it with the crew there in Denver when the Lakers was playing the Nuggets. I said, you all ain't gonna beat LA, and Lakers went on and did it. Yeah, J.R. Smith. But anyway, they should, the people should be having control and should have veto power over what these damn politicians doing. Okay, now, do they have the process where the people could put a measure on the ballot to countermand whatever what the city council does, right?
Yes, and that is on the ballot this time around.
Okay.
There's a measure called 2F that involves the independent monitor. That's who's responsible for monitoring the police.
Okay. So that's pretty much like giving your civilian review board more power over the police who abuse their authority.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you need to push the same thing in Los Angeles.
Yes, every major city needs to be pushing the same thing.
For all practical purposes.
Get away with murder of black bodies, and enough is enough of it. So yeah.
Well, as they said, the melanin, they killing us, harvesting organs and what have you. Yeah. See, there's no telling, with all the homicides that go on in our communities from Los Angeles to New York City. A lot of decedents. I would not doubt that these medical butchers, examiners, coroners, or what have you, not taking body parts and monetizing them.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting to our last few topics. Ramel, did you have anything on yes on 302, no on 301?
No.
Okay. So the next topic is Netflix trans employees plan to walk out to protest Dave Chappelle's special to closure.
Bye, Felicia.
You say bye, Felicia, on front line record.
Yeah, I say let the motherfuckers walk.
Let them walk. And fuck it, they're sensitive anyway. I learned a lot about
and then every person who's over there at USC Film School and what have you, and all that down there in Hollywood, hey, if they leave their jobs, bosh them.
Yeah.
Go replace them.
They got the floor, so go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be brief real quick because I know it's getting late. I just want to say this. We over the last couple of days, I've been doing a lot of research and a lot of listening, and I realized that this LGBTQ thing is very emotional and very sensitive versus way back in the day. And it feels like you can't ask them shit. You can't. This new millennium types, or the generation after the millennials, whatever it is, they're just they're on a completely different thing. You can't ask them shit. You can't look at them. You can't talk to them. You can't say nothing. They're very sensitive. You can't even make a joke. Okay. So,
these here, wait a minute. So these would be the ones who were born, like, say, at the turn of the millennium.
Yeah, like in 2000.
98 to, 1998 to about 2002. That was the turn of the millennium.
Yep. Yeah. They're just like they're opinionated and they're all in the wrong side, the wrong agenda, and anything that story says anything that's distracting us from the actual thing of the system of white supremacy and whatnot, And all his rules is just another distraction.
Oh,
And they're on that.
okay. And on that, and then what's happening is a lot of power shifts that you got going on with these tech giants. I mean, after all, look where they're headquartered at.
Yeah. Yep. It's all just designed for distraction and slander. You know what I mean? There's a lot of ugliness going on, and
Well, I think Brother Chase said it quite correct, is when he said it's all about control.
yeah, let them walk out. Let everybody walk out of this not in support of. You know, obviously Netflix knew what they were doing. They knew
Right?
they knew
Yeah,
what.
they did. What I'm saying is, let all the motherfuckers walk out, which will probably be about, say, 50% of them, if not better. Right? Hey, and then if you're down there in Los Angeles, man, I suggest you do a lot of hanging out up there on the Sunset Strip and up there or on Vine and what have you, and make the jet set. Might be a big break for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was watching this YouTube video with two individuals and Mark Lamont Hill on the what is it called?
The Black News Channel.
Black News Channel. And
It's not black owned, by the way.
and what I was watching was Trey and Mark Hill, Mark Lamont Hill or whatever his name is, and
Royce Hill.
yeah, whatever his name is, and transgender or transgender
Named
female, yeah, go into and have a discussion about this whole Dave Chappelle and scenario, and you know the offense that they feel like. First of all, she got a couple of things wrong, but it seemed to me that person was only bothered, like it wasn't really too much upset about the black part as versus the mixed genderish situation and female part, but then upon Teray making a statement about being black and being killed or whatnot, that person, the lady, transgender lady, was like, "Oh, look." But the whole time Teray was talking, she was rolling her eyes. She's like, "Look, I'm black too. You know, remember, I'm black, et cetera, something like that." You know what I mean? And I'm like, the statement that came after that was, "It's this, and then I'm black." You know what I mean? Like, not that I'm black first, and that I decided to be a woman, or you know what I mean? I'm just still a black man first, still black first. You know what I mean? It's like black was like the third thing, and it's just like, what are these people really upset about? You know what I mean? That then it's like they got to separate themselves in reference to us. You know what I mean? It feels like that.
No,
It feels like
okay. What you're seeing here, you know, what I've witnessed is that the black male image has been totally obliterated in these
yes,
contemporary times.
yep,
The image of the strong black male. See,
yeah,
yeah. see, see this motherfucker right here, this loudmouth, arrogant bastard right here. He sacrifices his prime years of his career. And as great as this man was, imagine how much more greater he would have been had his career not been interrupted. But he stood up for his principle.
He sure did.
See,
All right,
this is the type of imagery they do not want to see of us, or anything as strong as this right here. Not so much in athletics, not so much in boxing, but also too in medicine, physics, physiology. Just like when the space shuttle blew up, there was a brother that got killed with him by the name of Ron McNair, I believe, back in 1986. I remember the day the shit happened. See? And what's happening is that you have, you know, issues with us, you know, as the people, you know, all part of the Ma'afa, as Dr. Ani says. And then you got this pandemic, scandemic, plandemic, or whatever. You see. And as Brother Chase says, it's all about control.
All about it. Ramel, did you have anything to say about this?
No. I said my piece earlier.
Oh, okay. All right, so Shabaka, did you have anything else to say about these LGBTQs walking out on Dave Chappelle?
Okay, well, go ahead. That's their thing. You know, they could do what they want to do. But however, I appreciate Mr. Chappelle for standing up. You know what I mean? Standing on his square. And I'm yet to review the material in in its entirety, and I am going to do it because I could pull that up on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There to check it out. And once again, to all the families of those of that original crew and throughout the whole organization 55 years ago, you guys was born.
Right.
And 55 years later, it still lives on. And we have to remember a lot of people shedded their blood. And then some.
Yep, sure did. So we're on to our last topic for the night.
Okay.
Oh, sure. And that is the Unhoused Neighbor Sweeps and Unhoused Neighbor News. So the sweeps continue. Mayor Hancoon, as we call him, continues to sweep our unhoused neighbors like trash. There's upwards of 3 sweeps a week. And they have the audacity to put a ballot measure on the ballot to supposedly give more funding to the service providers who aren't doing shit already with the money besides pocketing in it, to improve the shelters and improve the homeless services in the city. And we will be touching on all these ballot initiatives on the next show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. This is Bay's topic, so I'm gonna let her talk about it.
Yeah.
I got a ballot idea for you, Mr. Mayor.
What is that?
Put it on a ballot, or that the people decide is that if the city does not take care of the homeless, then they in turn is that every homeless person out there has got to get a portion of all the city salaries, so then they can live their life right, and reverse the scenario on that.
Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah. Well, I won't be able to put that on the ballot till 2023. But yeah.
Sir. Anytime it gets put on the ballot, anywhere, anyhow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're spending all these millions of dollars to displace the people who are already displaced, who are already down and shrouded, who's already had life kick them in the ass, and go do some inhumane, degrading shit like that, throwing away all your possessions, and you're already a fucking outside.
Yeah. I like it. By any means necessary.
No, get that motherfucker going on at the city level, the state level, the federal level. You got all this damn office space with the trillions upon billions of dollars building this shit here for these eccentric, crazy ass motherfuckers who want to take 90-year-old men in outer space for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And you motherfuckers is gonna sit up there and spend money on bullshit. Hey, I understand you taking Captain Kirk up there with you, space, the final frontier. But motherfucker, you spending billions of dollars just to go stay up in this motherfucker 10 minutes and to come back down.
William Shatner took.
Yeah.
Captain Kirk William Shatner, the motherfucker's 90 years old.
Oh, fat fucker.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm being brief, gentlemen. Check it out. The sweeps still continue. The homeless uprising will happen. Um, People are dying left and right. It's already cold. People are losing their limbs. Very bad for diabetics out there. Very bad right now. One of our brothers is in the hospital because of the weather and the elements having already. I mean, his feet being cut upon, and so the elements are making it worse as well as it makes it worse for diabetics sometimes. When they can't be under control, and they're losing.
Well, see, I got another thing I want to say about that. Who's to say that these damn 5G towers are not targeting people through the electromagnetic spectrum? In addition, with this vaccine to fuck with their body.
I don't know.
I would be very, very interested to see a study on that.
Oh, not be surprised.
Yeah, I would
be prepared, all you bourgeoisie types. We're not having it. Homeless people have already decided that they're not going to have it. They've been through enough this year. Every week is the same shit, twice, 3 times a week. Then they're kind of done with it. And now sooner or later, you're start seeing them all coming to the city council little by little, and we'll be there. Because it needs to happen. You can't just treat people like this, getting away with it, and you can't keep having white supremacists come to city council and getting away with it, or just because they're bad because we're winning, it keeps getting worse for them. No, it's not gonna happen. They're getting hit. They're getting hit with bottles. It's gonna go down like that. It's gonna get worse. So I would suggest everybody leave the homeless people alone. They haven't been bothering nobody. And if you don't like it, fucking help them get the things they need instead of fucking taking everything they have in there.
Well, see that's why.
Hold on. What was this? I'm so sorry. I just gotta get this up. All the shit that you keep trashing, you stupid city workers. Those are the people. When they throw their furniture out, the homeless people are doing them a service by recycling it, and they're using it because the people think that furniture and everything is replaceable with money. The homeless people are actually utilizing it.
Well, that goes to prove a point.
And you're still throwing their shit away. So you're throwing actual people's stuff away that they didn't really want. So they decided we're going to look at it as you're donating it to the homeless. And then you city people can't have that. Let them have shit. So you go and trash it. Shame on you. I want to go to your house and trash all your shit. And then you get some more shit. And then about a month later, I'm going to come back and trash your shit again. Keep going like this and see how the fuck you feel about it. I don't mind going to your house and cutting up your fucking furniture and setting everything in your fucking house on fire. So you go have to replace it. And then a month later, I'm going to go back into your house, break the fucking windows. I'll trash everything again. And you have to replace that shit. And then 2 months later, I'm going to keep... And see how the fuck you feel about it. And I'm going to take pictures of you crying outside while I sit there and look at my feet and dialogue with myself. Or maybe a friend or two if I bring them along just to watch you fucking cry. How the fuck will you people feel? How would you feel if while you're over there, I told you, hey, man, you got to get out by 7 a.m. Yeah, whatever. And I bring me and my fucking friends and just start demolishing your house right then and there while you're still in it. And you just start crying and I'm just supposed to feel something. Because that's what the fuck you guys do to us. I want to do that to them. Just so you could understand the loss, the financial loss you're putting these people in. When they finally get up, you got to kick them back down. So I want to go to your house and do that shit to you. And have you keep replacing your shit every fucking 2 weeks to a month. Just because you're in a house. I just want to see you rebuild that house every time in the same spot. I don't want you to have no working plumbing, no lights. I want you to live like that in your little plot of land that you decided to go ahead and build equity into. And watch your money just get shitty down the drain. Every time they make anything, you take it from them. And you expect them to have a job. You expect them to hold it down. We're in the mile-high income city. No thank you, taxpayers. Nobody can afford to live here. I don't know how anybody is doing it. I'm surprised we don't have more people on the street. And what's even shittier is that there's 37,000 luxury apartments in the area. You keep sweeping all the homeless people from block to block and back to block to block to block in the same area, just sitting there empty, chilling, just the wind blowing. I wish there was a tenant in here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of tenants down there, but they can't come in here because I'm white and I say so. That's what it is. Fuck you, fucking taxpayers in fucking Denver. I hope you all fucking suffer these consequences one day and just understand. For fucking 1 week, not even 1 week, 48 hours, you fuckers could not make it out there. At all. Especially right now. At all. You'd probably be crying and asking for a motherfucking lifeline from your aunt or uncle in another state. Help! Call FEMA! You don't see the fucking homeless people doing any of that. None of that. They're not even going into shelters. You know why? Because they don't want to get raped, robbed, fucking punked, told off, told they're not good enough, told they have to leave, told they can't bring their dog in, they can't bring their mate in, their lover's not safe. Fucking none of that shit. They're not even safe, and none of the fucking things they brought in there will be. Or to put it in the fucking police storage that nobody's watching except for the police whenever they want to. And you guys still keep paying them extra money. 2 hours and a half extra pay or some shit. You gotta let it go. Like, all that shit is coming down. You're welcome. You'll thank us later. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Okay.
Well, as I said, that's why I should put an initiative on the ballot. And Jesse Pass remain Denver 2023, where those who are in charge of those type of services to administer to get the people up off the street in the mile high income city, and then also too over there and the Barbary Coast, where the majority of these motherfucking power brokers are headquartered at and shit. You see. And if you got $100 billion to send some crazy old ass motherfucker in outer space, then surely that is more than enough money to go house half of the homeless population there in the city of Denver and maybe 1/4 of the city of Los Angeles.
I've been tired of you did the Star Trek fucking
that's enough to house everybody, all the unhoused in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was saying is, you know, you would have to figure out how you would disperse it, you know. LA would have to be one of them, is because of the reason why LA's homeless population has increased is because everybody's hitting the West Coast this time of year to get out of the elements.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
I mean, in Los Angeles, man, with this situation of homelessness, you be seeing motherfuckers from everywhere.
All right, gentlemen, we're down to the last few minutes of closing statements.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm gonna start the pre-production and the press tomorrow for Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Special edition Shabaka Sankora Speaks. And you know, with the community, you know what I mean. And this shit is ridiculous. With all this homelessness coming up, this damn vax control shit. See, and this world has always been inhumane. Now this shit now is getting downright nanotechnology, high-tech barbarism.
Yep.
And isn't it a coincidence that the majority of motherfuckers is headquartered in the Barbary Coast? As in barbarian.
Wow.
Motherfuckers have turned in to space jumping, biotechnical barbarians.
That's what they are.
Yeah, that's our term. We create the hashtag. We're doing it on air.
Barbarian.
Bio-barbarism.
Bio-barbarism.
Yes, sir. biological barbarians is what these motherfuckers are with this shit.
Like
I
and
mean, that's
subscribe.
beyond inhumane.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers like that, I guess when their parents got together, it was a wasted fuck.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe, right? Like and subscribe us on frontline.org, frontlinecampaign.org, right? Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced, Frontline Black News, The Revolutionary Agenda. We'll see. Yeah, Ramel, you still there with us?
Ramel, you still there?
Where's Anchorman?
We're on the closings.
Closing. I think he got abducted.
Call Ramel. Ramel.
All right, you might. Ramel. All right. Ramel probably said thank you and like and subscribe.
Yeah,
Tap
make sure
in,
you like and subscribe
order the
to the
book.
Frontline Black News.
Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe to the Revolutionary Agenda. And make sure you like and subscribe to Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced.
Yes.
And definitely check out the hashtag resurrection of the mental dead. And you heard it all over there at Silicon Valley and all you crooked ass motherfuckers in there in them courts and copyrights and your bullshit. Okay, we the creators of it.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are biotechnical barbarians. Bio-barbarism. That's what this bullshit is.
Yeah.
And definitely check us out tomorrow night on Sunday. And that date will be Sunday, October the 17th at 6 p.m.
Yes, sir. All right.
And I forgot how many more weeks I'm on suspension, but fuck them, you know, I'm in FBJ. Straight fucking Facebook jail. You lousy motherfuckers over there, number one Hacker Way in Menlo Park, California. Yeah, I'm talking about you tricks. Because you can't stand the truth. You motherfuckers have turned all this shit with this artificial intelligence has evolved into a biological barbarianism. Bio-barbarism.
Yep, that's what it is. All right.
I mean, if you got a motherfucker sitting up here, man, with $200 goddamn billion and all these people that's out here starving, living in tents, freezing to death and all this shit, and you sons of bitches gonna sit up here and spend $200 billion to go to goddamn outer space for 10 minutes? That's barbaric. That's beyond inhumanity.
Talking about this is going to be an industry in 10 years.
Oh, hell yeah, it's already industry right now. They've been having this bullshit up on the drawing board for, I think, since the late 1990s.
Wow.
Yeah, right around the time when WW Dot came out. And that was in 1994.
All right, Black family. Well, this has been another episode of Frontline Black News. Make sure you tune in to Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced tomorrow. And we will see you on the Revolutionary Agenda. Peace, love, and Black empowerment.
Always.
Thank you, Shabaka.
Thank you for having me.